Thank you, Raphael. Now, we're in Maryland and as you can see, there's a slave right here. So let's go ask him a few questions. Excuse me, is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, sure. Anything about working in this darn field would be great.
Okay, so the public hasn't really been informed of how the slave life really is. What can you say about your slave life?
Well, I believe the audience might be a little misled because of that guy Fitzhugh. He makes everyone believe that slave life is just some great job that you can live. It could not be more the opposite.
I get how you feel. But tell the audience about the real things. Tell us what it's really, really like.
Well, he says in his thing that slaves are the happiest and freest people in the world. But we cannot be more oppressed. He says that we work 9 hours a day and we can take breaks whenever we want. But really, we work hard from sunrise to sunset. And if we take a break, we get whipped. Sometimes they don't even feed us. If he thinks slavery is so great, why doesn't he give it a try?
And how does the separation of family affect you?
Well, I haven't personally felt separation of my family because I work in the same house as my father, 3 sisters and brothers. I have found fellow slaves that have been separated from their families at birth. And if you're born from a mother as a slave, you're separated at birth. There's no question about it.
Okay, so then tell us about harsh things that have happened to you as a slave.
Well, for me, my father, he's a slave and he's beaten worse than anyone else that I know. My brothers and sisters, my sisters out in the fields, they get whipped harshly. It's crazy. And the rest of the slaves also whipped. We get whipped over and over again. And then right as our backs start to heal, they whip us again and keep us from healing. That's what slave life is really like.
Oh, give me a second. I feel like I have something going on in the studio. Okay, they're asking, how do you feel about the Independence Day speech that Douglas gave?
What independence? There is no independence. What's the point of an independence speech if everyone that they're giving independence to doesn't even work? All the people who don't get the independence, they're the ones working out in the field. They're the ones doing all the work. We deserve the independence, not the lazy white people. We worked long hours in the field. We don't get fed sometimes out in the burning sun, parched, dehydrated, and we're always tired. Working these conditions is not easy, and they still don't consider us for having independence.
Thank you for your time. I hope everything goes well with your life. So back to the studio. Thank you, Rafael, for your time and the audience. This is Mariana Velez signing out.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a boat with the man your man could smell like. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamond. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.